The amount of dedication I had to wield to not get up and go use the bathroom was insane. I'm honestly proud of myself for pushing through because I did not want to miss a second of this movie. And if I can offer a suggestion, can we bring back intermissions for films that are over 3 hours long? My bladder would really appreciate that.
Please! Please! No!
So Killers of the Flower Moon is a brand new film directed by Martin Scorsese, the GOAT, and it stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, and Lily Gladstone. In the 1920s, members of the Osage Native American tribe of Osage County, Oklahoma, are murdered after oil is found on their land, and the FBI decides to investigate. Alright, so let me address the elephant in the room. This movie is 3.5 hours long. When I saw that runtime, I stared at my phone for a good 30 seconds, and then I told myself, no matter what happens, I will not get up to go use the bathroom. Whew, and boy oh boy, that was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in a movie theater since that one time I went to an early screening of The Whale and I sat in the very front row. Treacherous times. But the thing about the runtime is that it actually worked, and given the story that Martin wanted to tell in this movie, there was absolutely no way this entire story could have been told in 2 hours or less. Like, there's just no way. So, a lot happens in this movie, right? But one thing that I noticed was that I was not bored. Like, I was heavily intrigued and invested from start to finish. Like, I cannot lie, I was. And now I want to talk about the story because... So this movie is based off of the shocking true stories of the Osage murders that happened within the 1920s in Oklahoma. And there is this guy named William King Hale who practically was the ringleader in all this. He orchestrated a series of murders against the Osage community just to take possession of the land that they owned and lived on. This is one of the most heinous crimes to ever happen in America. And what's wild to me is that I feel like not a lot of people really know about this story. So I'm going to be honest with everybody. I'm not going to pretend I'm one of those people that already knew about this story way before I saw the movie, because I'm going to be real with you. I really did not know a lot about the Osage murders until like a couple weeks ago, based off of the plot of the film from the research I did, and also with brief conversations I had about this topic with my dad. And after doing some more research after seeing the movie, I gotta say, it is some wild, evil, morbid shit that happens because... oof. But I will say, I do believe that this film portrays that tragedy quite by the books. I appreciated that this film did not go down the typical Hollywood route when it comes to making drama films based off real life events. Like, everything just felt so grounded in reality. Nothing felt over dramatized. Nothing felt too over the top. Like, everything just felt so authentic and raw. So I appreciate Martin for bringing this topic to light and sharing it on the big screen with audiences. The performances in here were remarkable, as expected, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro being the two main leads in this film, and with the direction of Martin Scorsese. I think we all knew that this film was going to deliver the best possible outcome. Seeing these two powerhouse actors together on the big screen, that's like seeing two of your favorite NFL teams go against each other in the Super Bowl. It's exciting, it's riveting, and it's intense. I know that may be kind of a weird analogy, but you know what I mean. When these two are on screen, I feel nothing but fear and anxiety because their performances were just incredible. The fact that Robert De Niro is 80 years old and he can still hold down an entire movie, let alone a scene on his own, and be one of the biggest highlights is just pure talent. And the same thing applies to Leo when he is on screen. But I heard that critics were calling this movie Leonardo DiCaprio's best performance ever. I don't know if I can agree to that. Look, y'all, the bar is already high for Leonardo DiCaprio's performances. So for me to say that this performance is better than The Wolf of Wall Street, Shutter Island, and even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I don't think I got it in me. I just don't think I can say that. But he is still marvelous nonetheless. As far as the performances, I think the biggest standout to me was Lily Gladstone. The pressure that had to have weighed on her had to have been exponentially high. Think about it. Lily Gladstone is already not a big name actress, so she has to put herself out there, and on top of that, being on par with two powerhouse A-list actors leading the movie as well. And safe to say, she held it down. In my opinion, Lily Gladstone as Molly Burkhart was the heart and soul of this film. Like, the person she plays is a very smart woman, but she loves Ernest, despite knowing that something is afoot. But I think her performance of portraying this convoluted love for a man who loves her, but also attempts to kill her, was sensational. This is one of those performances that's going to stick with folks for a while, and I truly cannot wait to see what else she does in the future. And I am glad that this film allows us to see the story from Molly's point of view, because if we had focused on just both Ernest and William Hale's point of view, it would have been weird just focusing on the two white dudes who orchestrated all of the murders against the Osage Nation and not seeing this story from the Osage Nation's point of view. Also, the soundtrack was great. A blend of Osage Native American music and just popular music from the 1920s. It all sounded really, really good here, and I liked it. In the end, Killers of the Flower Moon is a well-constructed, astoundingly performed, and highly important film that everyone should check out at some point in their lives to not only appreciate the craftsmanship of the film, but to just simply educate themselves on a very sinister point in American history. So, plugging Killers of the Flower Moon into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pinnacle zone. Also, I don't really have any problems with this movie. Yeah, no, I really don't. So, but someone may find something that I didn't peep. But regardless, this movie gets an A+ in my book. But yeah, that is pretty much my review for Killers of the Flower Moon. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about the film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What is your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio performance? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you all in the next one.
After working up the nerve, almost equal in size, I walked around with the iron for any wrinkle in time. I paid a piece of my mind for every nickel and dime, but never less than a 5 and never slept on a job. A killer crept on your squad, yet never left the garage, where your guide was close enough to see the flesh of his eyes. Get to the button and press is what the message advised. What's a threat behind the vest is where the testament lies.